everyone, I am Irene F. Rosaleos from BSBI FM 1A. Today's video, I'm gonna show you how to solve some of mathematics of investments problem. Without any ado, let's get started. In mathematics of investments, we are going to tackle three problems. First is the amount and present value of simple interest. Second is the amount and present value of ordinary annuity. And lastly, simple perpetuity. Let us start first with the amount and present value of simple interest. In amount and present value of simple interest, we are going to compute for the accumulation and discounting. In accumulation, we are going to determine the final amount using the formula F is equals to P multiplied by 1 plus rate and time. And for discounting, we are going to determine the present value using the formula P is equals to F divided by 1 plus rate and time. We have here our problem example number 1. Accumulate 2,500 for 3 years and 2 months at 6.5% simple interest. From our keyword accumulate, we are going to use the formula of accumulation, which is F is equals to P multiplied by 1 plus rate and time. Let us then substitute the values. For P, we have 2,500, and for rate, we have 6.5%, and for time, we have 3 years and 2 months. Take note that since the given time involves months, we are going to divide it by 12. Since 12 is the number of months within a year. After substituting the value, let us not forget to convert rate into decimal form. So from 6.5%, it becomes 0.065. And for time, let's convert it into whole number. But since there is months involved, so from 3 years and 2 months, we have 3.17. Let us then multiply the rate and time. So our rate is 0.065 multiplied by time, which is 3.17. We have 0.2061. Let us then add 1 plus 0.2061, and then we have 1.2061. And then multiplied it by 2,500, we now have our final amount, which is 3,015.25 pesos. Problem example number 2. Discount 10,288 for 2 years at 5% simple interest. From our keyword discount, we are going to use the formula of discounting, which is P is equals to F divided by 1 plus rate and time. Let us then substitute the values. For F, we have 10,288, and for our rate, we have 5%, and time, we have 2 years. Let's not forget to convert our rate into its decimal form. So 5% is equals to 0.05. And for our time, let's convert it into whole number. So 2 years is equals to 2. Since our given time does not involve months, there's no need for us to divide it by 12. Let us then multiply our rate and time. So 0.05 multiplied by 2 is equals to 0.1. Added by 1, we now have 1.1. Let us divide 10,288 by 1.1, and we will have 9,352.73 pesos of present value. In amount and present value of ordinary annuity, we are going to compute for the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity and the present value of ordinary annuity. In computing the sum of amount of ordinary annuity, we are going to use the formula S is equals to RS, angle N and I. And for computing for the present value of ordinary annuity, we are going to use the formula A is equals to RA, angle N, and I. Take note that in amount and present value of ordinary annuity, we will be using a table of compounds. In computing for the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity, we will be using table 5. And for the present value of ordinary annuity, we will be using table 6. Problem example. Determine the amount and present value on annuity of 392 pesos payable every 3 months for 5 years and 6 months at 7% compounded quarterly. Our keyword in this problem is the amount and present value on ordinary annuity. So therefore, we are going to solve for the present value of ordinary annuity and the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity. Let us then write the given. For R, we have 392 pesos. For rate, we have 7%. For M, we have 4. For T, we have 5 years and 6 months. For I, we have 1 and 3/4%. And for N, we have 22. Take note that in computing for RI, we are going to divide rate over M. So we have 1 and 3/4%. And for computing for Rn, we are going to multiply time and M. So which is 5 years and 6 months divided by 12 multiplied by 4, we have 22. Let us first solve for the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity. So we are going to use the formula S is equals to RS angle N and I using table 5 of table of compounds. Let us then substitute the values. For RS, we have 392. For N, we have 22. And for I, we have 1 and 3/4%. We will now then determine the value of our angle N and I, which is 22 and 1 and 3/4 using the table 5. Its equivalent value is 26.555926. Let us then multiply 392 to 26.555926, and then we have the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity of 10,409.92 pesos. Since we're done computing for the sum of the amount of ordinary annuity, let us then compute for the present value of ordinary annuity using the formula A is equals to RA, angle N, and I using table 6 of table of compounds. But before we proceed, take note that we are going to use the same given. The only difference is the table that we are going to use in identifying the equivalent value of our angle N and I. Let us then substitute the values. For RA, we have 392. For RN, we have 22. And for RI, we have 1 and 3/4%. Let us then determine the equivalent value of our angle N and I, which is 22 and 1 and 3/4%. Using the table 6 of table of values, the equivalent value of angle N and I is equals to 18.130269. Let us then multiply 392 pesos times 18.130269, and we have 7,107.07 pesos of present value of ordinary annuity. Our third and last topic is simple perpetuity. In simple perpetuity, it does not have specified time or it is indefinite. And the payment interval or the PI and the number of conversion period or M per year must be similar. And to compute for the simple perpetuity, we will going to use the formula present value of perpetuity is equals to periodic payment divided by periodic interest. Problem example. Determine the present value of a perpetuity that pays 785 pesos at the end of every 6 months if the interest rate is 5.5% compounded semi-annually. Our keyword in this problem is our payment interval, which is every end of 6 months, and our conversion period per year, which is semi-annually, which is equals to 6 months also. So therefore, our formula that we're going to use is simple perpetuity. Let us then write the given. For R, we have 785. For rate, we have 5.5%. For M, we have 2. And for RI, we have 2.75%. Take note that in simple perpetuity, we are going to convert I into decimal form. So therefore, 2.75% is equals to 0.0275. Let us then substitute the values. Using the formula, present value of perpetuity is equals to periodic payment divided by periodic interest. For R, we have 785, and for I, we have 0.0275. After substituting the values, let us divide 785 by 0.0275. And now we have 28,545.45 pesos of present value of simple perpetuity. And that concludes my discussion on some of mathematics of investment problems. And I hope you learned something in this video. Thank you for watching!